Thank you, Madam President. I'm not going to ask any senator any question. But a couple of my colleagues asked me, why are you wearing a black shirt, Senator Bonacic, today? And I said that I am going to a eulogy. This session will be awake, and it'll be awake for the people in Orange County. Now, why do I say that? When we did the big ugly, the budget of over $8 billion in new taxes, I pointed out that the not-for-profit tax code at that time said for small businesses, after that budget, New York was #1 in the worst state to do business for small businesses. Now, I don't know if you're looking at what's happening to the rest of New York State outside New York City, but that unemployment is pushing close to 10%. Businesses are on their backs. Many have closed. They are hanging on by the barest of strings. And what do? We come along and we hit the taxpayers and small businesses and everybody else with another $2.2 billion. So that's a total of $10.7 billion. Now, where do you think government gets their money from? Where do you think? Because government does not create 1 penny of wealth, not 1 cent. For everything we do in this state, for the salaries that we pay, for all the programs that we have, for educating our children, for taking care of our health care and those that can't afford it, and our transportation aid, and helping the mental health, and affordable housing. It comes from the private sector. There seems to be a disconnect with our actions and what we do to the golden goose, because the private sector is the golden goose that is the means for us to do what we do. Now, in Orange County, the hit to our county for both the schools and the municipalities is $4.2 million. That's an increase in property taxes right there. The fact that you reached in, and you know, the Democrats are always known for compassion politics. You know, we want to help everybody. But you hit our libraries, you hit our higher institutions of education. You just raped them for 80% of the tax hike, a tuition hike, excuse me. And now every employer in the higher ed with me, it's throughout the state, is going to have to pay a payroll tax, a further hit. You took $400 million from our hospitals, and now another payroll tax. You're taking millions out of the small businesses. This is a job killer, a killer. And they need this capital. When you tax, you take capital out of the private sector system. Now that capital is what businesses need to expand, to create jobs, to buy technology, to even give their employees a raise so they'll stay here. Businesses are mobile. They can leave, as well as private taxpayers. Now, I want to tell you another fact about the Orange County residents. We have about 3% that use the buses and the trains to the metropolitan area. A population of 3%. Yet, you have charged a business payroll tax the same as the New York City businesses. Is that fair? Is that equitable? I ask you that. When you became a senator, you said you're not only going to be a senator for your constituents, you're going to be a senator of the whole state. And you're going to treat people, or you're going to try to treat people, fairly and equitably. Well, let me tell you, on this MTA tax, you did not treat the people of Orange County fairly and equitably. You treated them with a city bias. This is taxation without transportation. That's what you did to the people of Orange County. Madam President, thank you. I vote in the negative.